The last thing we're going to cover in this module is network address translation, or NAT. What NAT allows us to do is have multiple internal IP addresses or private IP addresses and have them translated to a single external public IP address. Public IP addresses are scarce and expensive. A home ISP is only going to give you one IP address, even though any modern home has multiple devices behind that. Even in a business environment, you're going to have a lot of computers that don't need public addresses. They don't need to be accessible across the internet. So what NAT allows us to do is take these addresses, translate them to a single external IP address, and then the NAT device, in a home environment, it's usually your router, your Linksys or Netgear router or anything along those lines, that translates those sessions back and forth between the internal and external addresses. One side effect of this is if we were running any type of service we wanted to have reachable on the internet, on let's say a workstation in our home, the incoming traffic to our external IP address is not going to be able to route to that internal IP address unless you set up a specific NAT rule on your on your routing device that says any traffic inbound for my external IP address route to a specific internal IP address. Or on your routing device, you can say traffic destined for this specific port route to a specific internal IP address, and any traffic destined to this other specific port route to a different IP address. This can be useful if you want to host a website off of your home ISP connection, or let's say you want to be able to RDP to a specific computer in your house. But you're not going to be able to have multiple services on different computers internally come in on the same port. So you can't host a web server on two different devices and have them both use port 80. Now the easiest way to find out what your external IP address is, so switch over to a web browser here, is to use a service at www.whatismyip.com. You go to this address and it's just going to tell you what the IP address that you're coming from is. So this is a quick and easy way to find out what your current IP address is.